Yo, what's up, guys? Just want to make a quick tutorial, kind of beginner guide for Conan Exile. A lot of people are asking me kind of like how to start, what should I do first, blah blah blah, that kind of stuff. So let's just jump right into it, man. I've got some points I want to touch on. I'm just gonna pick a random character just because I don't want to waste time doing this. But go ahead and take a few minutes to make your guy, or girl, because you're gonna have to look at them every day. So spend a couple minutes on that. Name it whatever the hell you want. My guy's got a sweet bald head with some serious side action going on. Blah blah blah. Let's skip all that. I'm playing on a quick XP server. It is online. It's a PvE server, just so you guys can kind of see me level up quick, so I can show you more things that way. See, I already gained a level by doing nothing. Anyway, really quick, kind of the first things you want to do is take a peek at your buttons. And to do that, you can go right into settings and go right to key bindings. The first thing that I would change if I was you, that I changed, was inventory. So instead of, see, mine's already tabbed, it saves from my other game. But when you fresh spawn, it's going to be I. I would change it to tab. It's just quicker on your left hand to just hit tab. You're going to have to do it all the time. So another thing you might want to change is drop item. I don't know, you can make that Q. I left it O, but you can make that Q maybe. It's just quicker on your hand again, because you'll be doing that all the time with like spoiled food and whatnot. So anyway, that's really all I would mess around with in here from the beginning. To chat, by the way, is T in game to speak to people. Global chat is type to speak is enter if you want to bring that menu up and down. Anyway, that's all I would change from the beginning. So that's just a quick key bindings. The next thing I want to touch into is your mouse wheel. You can actually scroll from first to third person with your mouse wheel. Otherwise, you would have to actually push buttons for that, which is kind of annoying. P goes in and out of first person. But like I said, just use the mouse wheel. It's much easier, much quicker. The other thing that you want to know is V, which makes you look back. You can just hit it and go. And that's that. That's what V does. And right in the beginning, make sure you pick up this water skin. There we go, I got it. The note doesn't matter, I don't bother with that. And you can read all these little things. Everything that says press E to interact, you can just read if you want to. I wouldn't bother, just get that water skin and start rolling. Next thing I want to show you is probably the symbols. So on the top left, you notice the first thing is the heart, that's your health. The second thing that has the lightning bolt is your stamina. So when you hit shift, you can run. And also when you end up fighting, it will use your stamina as well. And the third thing there, the raindrop, is your water. That's your water intake. You want to try to keep that full. If you run out of water, you will die. The fourth one is food, and that one, same thing. You want to try to keep that full, or at least something in there, because if it runs out, you will die as well. The fifth is XP. Everybody knows what XP is, otherwise you shouldn't be playing video games. The sixth one is how much weight you're carrying, and I'll show you that in the menu. So if you didn't change to tab, you can hit P to pull this up. I'm sorry, I to pull this up. So these things here, this tells you the total of your health is, I'm 200 out of 200 because I haven't been hit yet or damaged or anything like that. My stamina is 100 out of 100 because I'm just resting right now. Your water, you can watch this level go down. Food, same thing. I don't have any armor on because I'm a fresh spawn. Poise is, when you're wearing armor, that your poise level will go up, and it's just how you react to being hit. Every time you level up in the game, you earn these points, and these points you can spend on these statistics. Strength is how much damage you do to other players or AI when you hit it with your weapon or your fists. Agility is how fast you can move. So when you start leveling up and getting armors, your guy's going to run slower and react slower. Agility will minimize that. Vitality is how big your health pool is when you start at 200. If you add points into that, it will grow. Accuracy is only for ranged weapons, so I really would not focus on that in the beginning at all. The bow and arrow, when you're like level 6, I think you can unlock that. A couple points in accuracy later on in the game will help, but don't worry about that for now. Grit is the size of your stamina pool, just like vitality, it's the size. So you can make this from 100 to 103, 106, 109, and so on. Encumbrance is how much you can hold. You're going to spend a lot of time in this game gathering resources, and the higher your encumbrance, the more you'll be able to carry. If you look here, this shows your encumbrance here. Like right now I'm carrying this water skin is, it says 4% here, which is equivalent to of 70, so I can carry a total weight of 70, and that's 3 of my 70. Survival is how fast you need to, your metabolism, so how often you need to eat and drink is survival. I've already leveled up to level 6 just because this is a crazy fast XP server, so I have these points. Basically, your first few points you're going to want to spend in vitality, strength, and survival, just because you're new and it's not as easy to gather food when you're new. So I'm going to go ahead and put I'll put 2 into strength, and I'll put 2 into vitality, I'll put 2 into grit, a couple in survival, just so I can live a little bit longer. Alright, so crafting. When you start the game, you're able to craft these recipes. You want the stone pick, and you want the axe very soon as well. This stuff here is just really light armor, but it's a good idea to have it in the beginning because your guy's pretty weak. So let's move on to what you want to unlock. So if you hit that Learn Recipes tab, I'll go back so you can see it. This Learn Recipes tab, every time you level up, you earn points. See, I have 9 available to spend on what you want to learn to craft. So they're just basically recipes from any other crafting game. It's exactly the same stuff. What you want to grab is the Apprentice Craftsman first, because this will open up a sword. Let me see. This opens up the stone hatchet and the bedroll, which you need to save your location in case you die, and twine, which you need for a lot of other things. So get the Apprentice Craftsman first. It costs 1. Unlock that. Because I already have so many points, I'm also going to go ahead and unlock Apprentice Stonemason, which you're going to need these recipes here to create your base. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock that as well. And Experienced Survivalist, you need this for the campfire and to make water skins as well, to hold water for you. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock that as well. And then the other thing I'd probably get, might take you guys a little bit more, just if you're playing on another server, is Mercenary, just to get the stone sword and the shield, but definitely not a necessity for now, but I'm going to go ahead and grab it. So escape out of that menu, come to this menu. You want your hatchet and your pickaxe first. These are the 2 things I would focus on, and I would gather fiber along the way to start creating this stuff, this very light armor as well. So let's keep moving on. While we walk, you're going to go ahead and pick up branches. To do that, it's the E button. Don't worry about that guy, he just flies away, he won't kill you. Every time you see a little stone like this, hit E. You can just hold E while you walk, and it will automatically pick stuff up, which is what I do because I don't want to sit there and pound E all day. Pick these branches up in the beginning, pick up these stones in the beginning, you need them. When you walk up to a bush like this, just hit E, hold down E, and you'll see how he gathers plant fibers, seeds, insects. You can eat the insects, so gather as many of those from the beginning because you're going to need them. As you can see, my water and my food is already dropping pretty low. The game's honestly very tough in the beginning because you have to keep up with everything so much. As you get going in the game, it just gets easier and easier. But let's keep moving here. Go ahead, pick up another branch, pick up some more stones. I think we have enough now. Let's craft our hatchet and craft our stone axe. And we have enough for that. Let's go ahead and do that. Craft that, get these clothes going, and we'll be in good shape. That's all we need for right now. This down the line, we'll make some twine for. I'll show you how to make twine in a little bit. Again, as we move, just keep picking up stones, branches, and fiber. That's what you need for now. Let's keep rolling. You're going to hit M to see where you're going. As you can see in the bottom of my screen, you see that golden icon. That is your arrow indicator. It usually doesn't pop up in the very beginning of the game. It takes a little bit. But as you can see, if I go on a little bit, I'll be at this water line, which is where I need to go because I need a drink. My guy's getting thirsty. Once you get to this last stone, you've now officially entered the game. The AI can and will attack you. So like that turtle guy, we're not going to mess with him yet. Let's go ahead and keep moving forward. And somebody started a base right here. Again, it's a PvE server, so we won't mess with that stuff yet. We're just going to keep moving. As we move, we're going to just keep gathering. Just keep hitting that E button or holding it down. That's what I do. Let's get beyond this rock and get to this water. These are nests, and these are eggs. I'm glad I just stumbled upon this. In the beginning, these eggs are such an easy thing to eat. You don't have to cook them. You don't have to do anything. Just gather them. They go in your inventory. Go ahead and hit use. Click on it. Hit use. And as you can see, my health is, my food is going up. I'm at 88. Use another one, 99. They give you 11 points of food each. So let's get a little further over and get some water since we're at halfway. We do have our water skin, but might as well just save it in the beginning if we can. So lots of bases in the beginning. It's a PvE server, so I suggest you do that too in the beginning just to kind of learn. Wow, that guy's building a lot of stairs. Go on a PvE server just to learn, or play single player mode just to learn. It'll just help you get better a little quicker. So go here and just, all you have to do is point down, or you can even look straight sometimes, but just point down, hit E or hold down E, and you'll drink the water. You can see now it's full. So that's that. That's food and water pretty much. You can, I'll see, I'm not very strong yet, but I'll go ahead and try to kill an animal so you can see how to harvest from them. Again, we got eggs here. Every time you see eggs, just grab them in the beginning. Just go over it and hold down E. It's very, very important to get that food because your guy will require food. Gather branches, you need that. So, quickly I'll just explain the difference in the axe. So I have the axe out. I'm going to chop this tree, and you'll see I'm getting wood. Now, you're going to need bark for some recipes. This is further down the line, but I just want to explain to you now how to get it. So you won't get bark with an axe. You have to use the pickaxe to get bark, and hopefully this tree gives me some. Wood and bark. See? Oh, I got some bark there. You can only get bark from the pickaxe. That's it. And as you can see, it said I'm carrying too much, so my guy's encumbrance is low. So I'm already at 101%. I'm over encumbered. So you can either craft something. Like I will craft a foundation, which takes 50 stone and 5 wood. I have 119 stone and I have 144 wood. So I'm going to go ahead and craft 2 of those. Once I craft those, you'll see this 101 drop right down. Boom to 93. The second one will go through and I'll be at 85. So now I can move again. So if you ever get stuck, you're over encumbered, either craft something, eat some food, and knock your weight down or drop something. So we have 2 shellbacks here. Again, I'm not strong yet, but I'm going to go ahead and just try to kill one and see how it goes. If I start getting too much, I'll just run away. They're doing too much damage, so we'll run away. I should have probably picked an easier fight. But we'll just run away. The AI will chase you quite a bit. These guys are a little slow. And we'll just keep running. If you jump off a cliff, usually AI has a tough time jumping off cliffs. So if you need to get away in a hurry, guys, just jump off the cliff. Usually they get stuck up there. They try to figure out another route. But it just buys you some time to heal up a little bit and just kind of be safe that way. The other things you really need to worry about besides food and water and starting to craft and get XP is a bedroll. You need to craft a bedroll. And what the bedroll does is it allows you to respawn in case you die. So you need 3 twine, 2 branches, and 6 plant fibers. The branches you get from either picking up on the ground or chopping trees with an axe. Sometimes they'll give you a branch as well. Plant fibers you get from going up to the plants. And then twine you're going to craft. So we need 3 of those. Let's go ahead and craft 1, 2, 3. And I hear the animal right next to me, so we're going to run away. It took him a couple minutes to get to me. He's still chasing. Look how pissed he is. Wow, he's pissed. We'll just swim away from him for now. Let's just go over here to this island for a little bit of safety. And I'll show you about crafting the bedroll. So we go ahead and we made our twine from our plant fibers. We have our branches. We're all set. We're going to craft our bedroll. And I'll show you how you can't put this down where somebody else builds. It's just a safety mechanism in the game to keep people from being on top of each other and hacking into bases and stuff like that. So if you see me try to place this bedroll on the ground, it says this land is already claimed because this guy has a base here. So we have to go far enough away from his base to be able to either make a base of our own or plant a bedroll or do anything because other people's bases are already here. This spot over here looks pretty desolate. I don't see anybody else's shelter, so let's give it a shot on the side just so you can see the bedroll. And then what I'll do is I'll die so you can see how I spawn, how to use the bedroll, and then how I spawn back in the bedroll. So just wait for this X to go away, give us a spot where we can plant our bedroll. Great, so here we go. Boom, I put the bedroll on the ground. Now you have to walk up to your bedroll, hit E, and your spawn point will update. You can also hold E and interact this way to update it. Boom. You could dismantle it, but don't do that. Or you could cancel your action. So I updated my spawn point. Now, if I find a creature to kill me, when I come back, I will be there. I don't see anybody to kill me. I guess I could drown myself if I wanted to. Let's go ahead and do that, just so you can see the bedroll in action. Actually, no, then I might have a tough time getting my items back. So, alright, I won't do that. Anyway, when you die, you come back to the bedroll. Let's move on. The next thing you want to do is start to focus on building your base. So, actually, I can let this hyena kill me so you can just see how the bedroll works. Whatever. So, to focus on building your base, what you want to do is kind of build it where there's some resources in the beginning. This particular map has a ton of people at it because it's a PvE, so that's why we have tons of bases right here in the beginning of the game. People kind of stick towards the start and the spawn point. They don't really venture out too much in the beginning. Let's see if we can kill this guy. Probably not. Alright guys, we are back. Because this is such a friendly PvE server, it took me a while to find a spot to build a base. So, now that we've found these eggs, it's a good place to build a base because they will keep respawning and we will have fresh eggs all the time. So, we shouldn't die of starvation. So we're going to go ahead and start placing our foundations. We'll go... that's good enough. Right around. We'll save a little bit of room for our bedroll. We're not worried about making this too big because this isn't going to be our final base. So go ahead and place your foundations. And now we're going to move right onto the walls. May need to make a few more. Make sure to leave one spot for your door. I need one more, so let's go ahead and make the wall. And then you're going to go to your doorway. Look at this nice turtle using the door. What a sweet guy. Pop our door in there. Now we're going to go ahead and start with our ceiling tiles, which I'm definitely going to need more of these. I didn't do any calculating, as you guys can tell. I'm kind of an on-the-fly guy. So let's go ahead and make some more of those. Craft 10. That should probably be enough to finish this up. I think so. Nope, I think I need a few more. This guy's blocking the door. And you can open and close your door by hitting E. Make sure you keep it closed. Keep the bad guys out. Let's grab a little bit more stone so we can finish making our ceiling tiles. Some wood. Alright, I think we got plenty. Alright. And you can harvest these animals that you kill. So I'm getting hides and fleshes. That's what you're going to use to cook those fleshes. The hides you will use later on in other recipes. Get our ceiling tiles done with, and then we will have basically a full shelter. The next thing you want to put in here is going to be a campfire. After this, actually the bedroll and the campfire. I'd put the bedroll first, then get the campfire, just in case you die while you're out there scavenging resources. And you have your bedroll in here. But we need one more. So I need a little bit more stone. I ran out, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and axe some stone. Alright. Craft that ceiling. And as you can see, your stone tools will wear down. So you just need stone to fix your stone tools. So what you want to do is click on it, hit repair. And you can see how the durability went from 47 to 80. Same thing here, the durability is 19. Go ahead and click repair, and it'll fill it right back up. So, alright. Close that. Go ahead and put our last tile in. And great. Now we have a home base with eggs that will just keep respawning. So go ahead and grab your eggs, because they will just respawn back and you'll have food. Put your bedroll down. Go ahead, walk up to it, tap E. Now your spawn point is updated. In case you die out there, you'll come right back here. So the next thing you want to do is get your fire pit so you can be able to cook some food in here. For that you need 50 branches, 30 stones, which I have. Let's go ahead and craft that up. I'll show you how to use the fire pit, and that will conclude video 1 of getting started. There's nothing more you need to know than what's in this video to get you going. If there is, oh well, I left something out. Either figure it out or leave me a comment and I'll make another video for it. I'll show you really quick how to use this. You want to go ahead and put a fuel source in, which is wood. And then we can go on, and we got some feral flesh from killing animals. Put that in. You can also put savory flesh, anything but human flesh. Do not eat human flesh. So get your wood source in there and get your meat source in there. Everything but human flesh. It will poison you. It doesn't matter whether you try to cook it or not. Don't eat that. So let this cook. This tells you your burn time. If you look down here, it'll tell you when each one is going to be done. It doesn't give you a time, but it just gives you the little bar. So, boom, we got a shredded roast. That's a cooked roast. We can eat that safely. It won't do any harm to us. So put that in your inventory. Go ahead and use it, and you're right back up to 100. So good to go, guys. That concludes video 1. You got yourself a shelter. You scavenged the materials to make it. Your bedroll in case you die. So when you die, if you come back, your bedroll will disappear. So it's a good idea to go ahead and craft another bedroll. Either have it on your body, or go ahead and once you learn how to make a storage chest, you can keep bedrolls in there. So you always want to put one down right after you die. Later on, you can craft a bed, and then that just doesn't disappear once you die. You can just keep reusing it. So, all right. Hope that helps you guys out with your first 10, 15, 20 minutes of Conan. So go ahead and please like, subscribe, all that good fun stuff. And if you have any questions or need to know anything, go ahead and put it in the comments, and I'll try to help you out. All right, guys. Peace.